And we continue tracking this breaking overnight news. The president testing positive for COVID-19.
And I just went out with a test. I'll see what, because we spent a lot of time.
All right, so that's the last we heard from President Trump last night in a phone interview on Fox News. This happening at about 9 p.m. And then the president tweeted at 12:54 this morning that he and the First Lady tested positive for COVID-19.
So here's some of the background that we've been tracking all morning. We know the president had been in close contact with top aides, including this woman, Hope Hicks, who tested positive Wednesday night. The president still attended a fundraiser on Thursday. A lot of people now asking, will the president still be able to carry out his duties as president?
And 12 News reporter Kate Welsh is joining us live with a look at what would happen if he cannot. Kate?
Well, the White House doctor is saying that President Trump will still be able to carry out his duties in quarantine. But if he does get ill, there are measures in place through the 25th Amendment to ensure that democracy continues uninterrupted. And actually, we've just learned that Vice President Mike Pence and his wife Karen have tested negative. So that information was just in the last hour, and it would mean that Pence would be able to become acting president if President Trump were too ill to carry out his duties. And we're not saying that's the case. We're just saying this is what's in place if it were to come to this. And if for some reason Pence also weren't able to act as president, the line of succession would then move to Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi.
So what are health experts saying about the president's expected recovery time? We talked about his age and his health condition. What's the latest on that?
That is something that a lot of the political pundits are saying this morning, and health experts that they're citing. They're saying he's 74 years old. He's considered obese in recent physicals that he's had, and those are some, factors that could lead to a more difficult time recovering. But as of right now, there's no indication that that's the case. Again, the White House doctor saying that he's still carrying out his duties in office while he's quarantining.
All right, Kate, certainly we'll be tracking the developments throughout the morning. And, all of this is coming just about a month before the election.
32 days to be exact. Team coverage continues with 12 News reporter Alexandra Leslie.
Yeah, she's here now to talk more about the potential impacts ahead of November the 3rd.
Well, today, technically day 2 of the President and First Lady's COVID-19 diagnoses. This confirmed by the White House physician last night when he learned that their test was confirmed positive. As we know, though, they could have become infected long before that. Now, let's not forget, though, also because of his close contact with Hope Hicks, that he was going to be quarantined for up to 14 days anyway. This would mean that he could technically participate in the second presidential debate scheduled for October 15th. No word on that if that is scrapped at the moment. As we know, though, the president seldom wears a mask, which the CDC says is one of the best ways to protect yourself from COVID-19. And he mocked opponent Joe Biden at Tuesday night's debate for wearing one. Speaking just recently on CBS This Morning, medical contributor Dr. David Agus spoke about this and the likelihood of Biden becoming infected.
I don't think it's going to be significantly high for 2 reasons. One is that there was a negative test that day the president had, which means he didn't have a lot of virus in his mouth or his nose, and presumably he wasn't infectious at that point. And then there was a significant distance between them. This is a message, right, that just testing alone doesn't work. You still need to wear a mask, and that is such a critical message here.
Now, the Biden campaign has not publicly commented on this yet, though CNN is reporting that Biden will be tested today. Live in Pawtucket, Alexandra Leslie, 12 News.